To achieve a good work-life balance, you must ensure that you are setting goals to cover the three most important areas of your life. These goals must stay in harmony with one another and not be contradictory. Just as a wheel must be perfectly balanced to rotate smoothly, your life must be in balance as well for you to feel happy and effective. There are three types of different goals that you must set in order to achieve personal development and balance. The first types of goals you need are business, career, and financial goals. These are the tangible, measurable things that you want to achieve as a result of your efforts at work. These are the what that you want to accomplish in life. The second types of goals you need are your personal and family and health goals. In reality, these are the most important goals of all in determining your happiness and well-being. These are called the why goals because they are the reasons why you want to achieve your business, career, and financial goals in the first place. They are your true aim and purpose in life. Many people become so involved with their work and careers and their financial goals that they lose sight of the reasons why they wanted financial success in the first place. They get their priorities mixed up. As a result, their lives get out of balance. They start to feel stressed and driven. Sometimes they become angry and frustrated. They need to get their goals back in the right order of priority and realize that achieving work and financial goals are the means to the end of enjoying family and personal goals. They are not the ends in themselves. The third types of goals you require are your professional growth and personal development goals. These are the how goals. Goal setting, learning and practicing new skills and behaviors are how you achieve the what in order to enjoy the why. By working on yourself, you become the kind of person who is capable of achieving your business, career, and financial goals. As a result, you can achieve and enjoy your personal, family, and health goals faster and easier. By working on all three types of goals simultaneously, you will keep your life in balance and continue moving upward and onward. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share it with your friends. When you decide to make your happiness the chief organizing principle of your life, everything else will fall into place, and you'll probably never make another mistake. Hello, I'm Brian Tracy, and today I want to give you my proven strategies for improving your life and achieving the highest degree of personal happiness. The good thing is that being happy and fulfilled is something that you can learn to do and be. You must first keep in mind that happiness in life is like a smorgasbord. If 100 people went to a smorgasbord or buffet and each put food on their plate in the quantity and mix that each felt would be most pleasing to them, every plate would be different. Even a husband and wife would go up to the smorgasbord and come back with plates that looked completely different. Happiness is the same way. Each person requires a particular combination of certain ingredients to feel the very best about himself or herself. So here are 5 ways to achieve your own happiness in life. The first thing you should always do is to listen to your heart. The ingredients in your happiness are changing continually. If you went to the same smorgasbord every day for a year, you would probably come back with a different plateful of food each time. Only you can tell what it takes to make you happy. But to condition yourself to learn how to be happy, you must get in touch with your feelings and listen to your heart. This is the only way to judge whether a job, a relationship, an investment, or any decision is the right one for you. The next thing you need to do is always be true to yourself. You're true to yourself only when you follow your inner light, your inner guidance, when you listen to what Ralph Waldo Emerson called the still, small voice within. You're being the very best person you can be only when you have the courage and the fortitude to allow your definition of happiness, whatever it may be, to be the guiding light of every part of your life. The third thing you must do is to understand that you deserve to be happy. A very important point on the subject of happiness is whether or not you feel that you deserve to be happy in the first place. If you don't feel like you deserve it, You must learn how to be happy by accepting the notion that you deserve it all. You deserve all the happiness you can honestly attain through the application of your talents and abilities. The more you like and respect yourself, the more deserving you will feel of all the good things in life. And the more deserving you feel, the more likely you will attain and hold on to the happiness that you are working toward. The fourth element on the path to happiness is doing the things that make you happy. This sounds simple, but not everyone takes the time to evaluate what makes them the happiest. You should do things that make you happy and consider happiness the organizing principle of your life. Compare every possible action and decision you make against your standard of happiness to see whether that action would make you happier or unhappier. Soon, you'll discover that almost all the problems in your life come from choices that you have made or are currently making that do not contribute to your happiness. The fifth and final thing you must do to achieve happiness is to pay the price. Of course, there are countless times when you will have to do little things that don't make you happy along the way toward those larger things that make you very happy. We call this paying the price of success in advance. You must pay your dues. Sometimes these interim steps don't make you happy directly, but the happiness you achieve from attaining your goal will be so great that it totally overwhelms the temporary inconvenience and dissatisfaction you had to endure in order to get there in the first place. Remember, achieving your own happiness is the best measure of how well you are living your life and enjoying your relationships. So in order to learn how to be happy, you must be willing to work hard and pay the price for the satisfaction and rewards that you desire. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a thought to share with your friends and followers. It is this: when you decide to make your happiness the chief organizing principle of your life, everything else will fall into place, and you'll probably never make another mistake. Now, I'd love to hear from you. So my question today is, what one thing are you going to begin doing today to ensure you start living a life you love? Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your life and future, take action, and take action now. Discover how to achieve true happiness by clicking the link on the screen or the description below and downloading my free ebook, Living by Your Personal Code. If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in teaching you how to achieve happiness, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends or anyone else who might benefit from this information. Hello, I'm Tracy, and today I want to talk to you about how to handle mistakes and failure in your life. One of my favorite questions is that if you're absolutely guaranteed of success in any task or goal, large or small, what great goal would you set for yourself? Everyone tends to make mistakes, and the busier you are, the more mistakes you will make. The only question is, do you stay positive and keep moving forward from life's inevitable ups and downs? Here's how you can learn to maintain positive thinking and benefit from your failures in the face of adversity. First, for you to truly understand yourself and to move forward from the troubling things that may have happened in your past, you have to be able to share any doubts that you have from the past. You have to be able to get those things off your chest with at least one other person. You must rid yourself of those thoughts and feelings by revealing them to someone who won't make you feel guilty or ashamed for what has happened. Next, you must remain positive. There are two ways to look at the world: the benevolent or positive way, or the malevolent or negative way. People with a malevolent or negative worldview take a victim mentality, seeing life as a continuous succession of problems and a procession of unfairness and oppression. They can't move forward. They don't expect a lot, and they don't get much. When things go wrong, they shrug their shoulders and passively accept that this is just the way life is, and there isn't anything that they can do to make it better. On the other hand, people who practice positive thinking, a benevolent worldview, see the world around them as filled with opportunities and possibilities. They believe that everything happens as part of a great process designed to make them successful and happy. They approach their lives, their work, and their relationships with optimism, cheerfulness, and a general attitude of positive thinking and expectations. They stay positive, expect a lot, and are seldom disappointed. When you develop this skill, you become the kind of person who welcomes obstacles and setbacks as opportunities to flex your mental muscles and move forward. You look at problems as rungs on the ladder of success that you grab onto as you pull yourself higher and higher. Two of the most common ways to deal with failure are invariably fatal to high achievement. The first common but misguided way to handle a mistake is the failure to accept it when it occurs. 70% of all decisions we make will be wrong. That's just an average. This means that some people will fail more than 70% of the time, and some people will fail less. It's hard to believe that most of the decisions we make could turn out to be wrong in some way. In fact, if this is the case, how can our society continue to function at all? And this brings me to my next point: cut your losses. The fact is that our society, our families, our companies, and our relationships continue to survive and thrive because intelligent people tend to cut their losses, stay positive, and minimize their mistakes. It's only when people refuse to accept that they have made a bad choice or decision and prolong the consequences by sticking to that bad choice or decision that mistakes become extremely expensive and hurtful. Finally, learn from your mistakes and improve. The second common approach that people take with regard to their mistakes, one that hurts innumerable lives and careers, is the failure to use your mistakes to better yourself and to improve the quality of your mind and your thinking. Learning from your mistakes is an essential skill that enables you to move forward, stay positive, and develop the resilience to be a master of change rather than a victim of change. The person who recognizes that he or she has made a mistake and changes direction the fastest is the one who will win in an age of increasing information, technology, and competition. By remaining fast on your feet, you will be able to outplay and outposition your competition. You will become a creator of circumstances rather than a creature of circumstances. Now, I'd love to hear from you, so my question today is this: tell me about a mistake you made and what did you learn from it? Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now. If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in teaching you about learning from your failures, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching. Hello, I'm Brian Tracy, and today I want to talk to you about how you can motivate your team. If you're in charge of a group of employees, or even one or two people, then chances are you know it can sometimes be hard to motivate a team to produce their best work. As a leader, being able to keep your team motivated and on task is one of the most beneficial skills that you can possess. And fortunately, this is a learnable skill. Thankfully, there are plenty of effective tips and tricks that you can use to become a more powerful motivator in little time at all. And all great leaders are great motivators. First, you need to create a collaborative environment. It's been shown time and again that employees do their best work when they feel like their efforts are actually valued.
The paycheck may be what motivates employees to show up at work, but feeling valued is what motivates them to do their best once they are there. With that in mind, one of the best ways to motivate your team members is to create a collaborative environment where they are able to share their input and feel as if they are a part of the big picture process. There is a very popular video called Start With Why, and it's been viewed more than 1 million times. So tell people why this job or this work is important. Tell people why it affects other people. Remember, if a person has a big enough why, according to Nietzsche, they can bear any how or what. So why is the job important? Even if all else is equal, an employee working in a collaborative environment is going to be much more motivated than an employee who feels unheard or undervalued. Next, make sure to share your vision with your team. It can be difficult for employees to muster motivation if they don't know what they are working towards. If you want your employees to feel motivated by the work that they're doing, be sure to show them how their efforts are helping to make that big picture vision possible. Just saying something like we can't do this without you. Wow, that's a great motivator. You are very important to the success of this project. Fabulous motivator. Understanding what you are actually working towards is a huge motivator, the why. And team members are a lot more likely to deliver their best work if they are keyed in on your vision, if they know exactly what it is and why. In addition, it's very important to give positive feedback. A little positive feedback can go a long way, and giving your team praise when they have earned it is by far one of the easiest and most effective ways to keep them motivated through the day. In many cases, a single compliment is all that it takes to brighten an employee's outlook and leave them feeling motivated for the entire rest of the workday. What I do in my office is I go around and talk to people, and I ask them what they're doing, and I compliment them on their work. Just like going around and watering flowers, you go around and boost people's morale and motivation by just simply talking to them in a positive way. Just be sure that your positive feedback is specific and genuine. Your employees will be able to tell the difference between genuine praise and just flattering words. Make the effort to understand each team member's work style. Different employees will be motivated by different factors. As a leader, it's your job to understand the work style of each team member and pinpoint what it is that motivates them the best. Some employees, for example, may find friendly competition highly motivating, while others may have no interest in competing with other coworkers. Some employees may work best when they're working alongside others, while other employees may work better alone. These are just two examples of how a team member's individual work style may affect how they are motivated to give their best effort. Rather than applying general motivational strategies to your entire team, it's far more effective to get to know your team members and work toward motivating each of them on an individual basis. Next, to truly motivate your team, you need to lead by example. Many years ago, I traveled through Africa and I had the opportunity to meet Albert Schweitzer, the greatest humanitarian of his day, who built a hospital in the center of Africa and took care of 1,500 people at a time over the years. And he said that you must teach men by example, for they will learn by no other. And I never forgot that. If you want people to do something, you have to lead by example, because they will not learn any other way. True leaders lead by example in every case, and few things are more motivating to a team than seeing their leader roll up his or her sleeves and get to work. Albert Schweitzer, when he was 91 years old, would work a full day. He would travel around the hospital grounds in a Jeep with his assistant, and he would get out and he would work. He would help lift building materials. He would help serve food. He was quite amazing, and everybody just worshipped him and never forgot him for the rest of their lives. And like me, I certainly didn't. So as a leader, your team members look to you to set the pace and define what excellent work looks like. When your team members see you working hard and getting your hands dirty, they're much more likely to work hard themselves. If you want people to come in early yourself. If you want people to work efficiently throughout the day, work efficiently yourself. If you want people to complete their tasks, you complete your tasks as well. If all you're doing is handing out orders, you can't expect those orders to be followed with much effort or enthusiasm. Lead by example, and your team members are far more likely to follow your lead. And always ask this question: what kind of a company would my company be if everybody in it was just like me? It's the great question of leadership. And finally, allow for personal development opportunities. Most employees want to work in an environment where they are encouraged to grow and progress in their careers, rather than working in an environment where they are just treated like a cog in the machine. This is considered to be the most important motivator of all, a feeling of progress and growth and becoming more and more of what you are capable of becoming. When an employee feels like their work is actually helping them climb the corporate ladder, they are sure to be motivated to do their best. By encouraging personal development and working to provide your team members with opportunities to advance in their professional careers, you can give your team something much more motivating to work toward than just a paycheck. Okay, now, think of one action that you can take immediately to motivate your people to higher levels and quality of work and performance. What one action are you going to take immediately, and with what person are you going to take that action? If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in teaching you about how to motivate a team, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching. Hello, I'm Tracy, and today I want to talk to you about my favorite subject in the whole world, is how you can increase your productivity and reach your goals faster than ever before. Now, everyone of us is gifted with the same 24 hours every day. It's how you use those hours, though, that makes all the difference. If you're like many people, boosting your productivity may be all that it takes for you to reach new heights. What I have found is that successful people are all described or to other people as being very productive. So if you're looking for a few simple ways to be more productive and efficient with your time, check out these 10 productivity boosting tips. And as you listen, think of what action you're going to take immediately to apply one or more of these tips, and write it down, write it down, write it down. So the first tip to boost your productivity is to utilize the touch it once rule. The touch it once rule dictates that you should complete a task or project from start to finish the first time that you touch it, rather than starting on a task and leaving it to finish at a later time. If you're able to commit to following this rule, it will eliminate most opportunities for procrastination right out of the gate. Now, the next way to increase your productivity is to always write down your plan. I'm passionate about write it down, write it down. Whether you keep a to-do list in a notebook, on a calendar, on an app for your phone, writing down the tasks that you need to complete is an excellent way to keep yourself organized, as well as an excellent way to become more productive as well. There's something about writing down a list of tasks that makes you more motivated to complete them and gives you greater focus, and scratch off the list one by one. And each time you scratch off a task, you feel great about yourself and you're eager to start with a new task. When a to-do list is in your head, it's little more than something to stress over. But when your to-do list is written down, it becomes a plan of action. Productivity tip number 3 is to set small goals. Formal goal setting is one of the most powerful methods for helping a person achieve their long-term goals. However, goal setting can be used to help you reach short-term goals and boost your day-to-day productivity as well. By breaking a large project into many pieces and setting small goals, you can take advantage of the motivation-boosting benefits of goal setting and use them to substantially increase your productivity. What this means is, each time you start and complete a task, you get a rush of endorphin, which gives you more energy and creativity and motivates you into the next task. So everything in life depends upon task completion. So if you have a lot of small tasks, and you complete these tasks, they motivate you and give you a feeling of personal power and energy. The 4th productivity tip is to plan ahead. Before you end each workday, plan ahead by writing down your to-do list for the next day. This should be the last thing that you do at the end of a workday. Planning out the next day's work ahead of time in this manner allows you to prepare your mind ahead of time for the next day's work, and also lets you dive right into your to-do list the moment the workday starts. The next tip is to avoid overcommitting. Nothing kills your productivity quite as like biting off way more than you can chew. Overcommitting to more work than you're actually able to complete leads only to stress and worry and anxiety, which can make it difficult to complete any work at all. So while you don't want to sell yourself short on the amount of work that you can complete in a given time, you also want to avoid taking on more than you can handle. It's a fine balance, but an important one to find if you want to be at your most productive. If you really want to be more efficient when reaching your goals, you need to stop trying to multitask. While multitasking may seem like an easy way to boost your productivity, multitasking tends to end up producing the opposite results. Anytime you split your attention between multiple tasks, both your productivity and the quality of your work are going to drop like a stone. Instead of multitasking, give one task your full attention until it is completed before moving on to the next. Here's my discovery. There's no such thing as multitasking. There is only task shifting. That means you change your attention like a gun pointed in a different direction, and you do something else, and then you have to come back, and then you have to find out where you were and start over on that task. And then when you shift, but you don't do more than one thing at a time. Human beings can only focus on one thing at a time, one task at a time. So start and work on that one task until it's complete. It is the great secret of success. My 7th tip for increased productivity is to start with your hardest task first. If you're able to complete your most difficult task right out of the gate, you are then able to continue your day knowing that the worst is behind you rather than spending the day stressing about a task that you are dreading. We call this eating your frog. Given that stress and worry are the enemies of productivity, tackling the toughest task on your to-do list first thing is an effective way to become more productive. As my friend Robert Allen said, do the worst first, and then move on to your other tasks. An often overlooked strategy that can really increase your daily efficiency is to determine when you are most productive. Most people are at their most productive in the early morning hours. Get up, get going. And one of the secrets of self-made millionaires is to get up and get going by 6 a.m., maybe even earlier. And get up, do your exercises, and then launch into your most difficult task. Others, however, those who are not at their best during the morning, may do their best work late at night. There are many people who start work at midnight and work all night, and then they sleep in the first half of the day. Determine when you personally are at your most productive and use those hours to their full advantage. If you really want to increase productivity, you need to make sure that you minimize interruptions as much as possible. Today, we live in a world that offers up one interruption and distraction after the other. If you want to be as productive as possible, it's essential to eliminate as many of these interruptions that you possibly can. Close yourself off in a room, and if you're able, leave your phone in another room. Just turn it off. Take whatever steps you can to close yourself off from the outside world so that all that is left is you and the work that needs to be completed. Many large companies in large cities actually have an apartment very close to the office with offices that are all set up so that a person who has to complete a task can go to that apartment and there's no telephones and no interruptions, and they can work single-mindedly without anybody bothering them. You have to do the same thing for yourself. You have to close your door. Here's one of the simplest techniques. Get one of those do not disturb signs from the next hotel that you stay in and put it on your door. When you start work, put it on the outside of the door, close the door, do not disturb. And it's quite astonishing. I've taught this to many of my staff members and they could not believe how much more they got done by just having people stop interrupting. If you are in a normal office, you will be interrupted 4 or 5 times per hour, unless you put a stop to it. Last but not least, set time limits for yourself. Few things are more motivating than deadlines, and you can take advantage of this by setting realistic, self-imposed time limits on the tasks you need to complete. If you're able to treat these time limits with all of the seriousness that you would treat an official deadline, then your productivity is sure to benefit. Now, please tell me in the comments below the one action that you're going to take immediately to improve your productivity based on what we've just talked about. If you enjoyed this video and you feel it was valuable in teaching you about increasing productivity, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching. Hello, I'm Tracy, and today I want to share with you my top secret for improving relationships in your work, life, and everything in between. You can live a life with nothing stopping you from achieving everything you deserve and nothing holding you back. Being able to maintain relationships and have strong social skills are traits that can have a huge impact on your entire life, which is why everyone can and should master them. When you create positive relationships in every area of your life, it becomes easier to find happiness and success. Did you know that the ability to get along with other people, otherwise known as social intelligence, which is a very important type of intelligence, is one of the most highly paid forms of intelligence in America? In fact, 85% of your success in life will be determined by your social skills, your ability to interact positively and effectively with others, and to get them to cooperate with you to help you to achieve your goals. Learning how to develop and foster these relationships can do more for your career and life than perhaps anything else you could accomplish. On the other hand, though, those who have not mastered the art of relationship building or who have not developed strong social skills experience more failure, frustration, and unhappiness in life and work than anyone else. According to one study, more than 95% of people who were let go from their jobs over a 10-year period were fired because of poor social skills rather than lack of competence or technical ability. Psychologist Sidney Girard even said that most joy in life comes from happy relationships with others, and most problems in life come from unhappy relationships with others. Simply put, most of your problems in life are people problems. Fortunately, you can become extremely skilled at getting along well with others. And in this video, I'm going to reveal my top method, 2 proven methods to immediately improve your relationships with virtually anyone under almost any circumstances. My number 1 secret to improving relationships in your life is to use the law of indirect effort. The law of indirect effort explains that you get almost everything in your relationship with others more easily by approaching them indirectly rather than directly. For example, if you want to impress people, the direct way is to try to convince them of your admirable qualities and accomplishments. But trying to impress another person by talking about yourself can be awkward and embarrassing and not bring about any real benefit. The indirect way of impressing another person is simply to be impressed by them. The more you are impressed by the other person, by who they are or their accomplishments, the more likely it is that they'll be impressed by you. The same goes for getting someone interested in you. Simply become interested in them. The more interested you become in them, the more likely it is that they will feel the same way about you and toward you. If you want someone to believe in you, use the law of indirect effort and believe in them. Whenever you show that you have confidence in them, they will believe in you and have confidence in you. By the same principle, if you want someone to respect you, respect them. When you express respect or admiration for another person, they will feel the same thing in kind and feel the same way toward you. You get what you give out. Whatever you send out, you get back. Now, the best way to successfully apply the law of indirect effort is to develop a healthy and confident personality. You are structured in such a way that everything you do to or for or with another person has a reciprocal effect on yourself. Everything you do to raise the self-esteem of another person raises your own self-esteem at the same time and in the same measure. Since self-esteem is the hallmark of a healthy personality, which is defined as how much you like yourself, you can actually improve the health of your own personality by taking every opportunity to improve the health of someone else's personality by teaching them and treating them as if they were both valuable and important. What you sow in the lives of others, you reap in your own life. Everyone you meet is carrying a heavy load. They all grow up with a feeling of inferiority, and throughout most of their lives, they need to be praised and recognized by others. No matter how successful they may have become, they still need their self-images reinforced and boosted on a regular basis. There is a line that contains the key to excellent human relations, and it is this: I like you because of the way I feel about myself when I am with you. The happiest people are those who make other people feel good about themselves when they're in their presence. When you go through life raising the self-esteem of others, opportunities will open up before you and people will help you in ways that you cannot imagine. The key to raising other people's self-esteem is simply to make them feel important. When you go through your day looking for ways to make others feel important, you will be welcomed with open arms everywhere you go. By bringing others up, you'll also be healthier and happier yourself, with lower stress, higher energy levels, and an overall increase in life satisfaction. So take every opportunity to say and do things that make people feel more valuable, because in doing so, your own self-esteem improves. Your own personality becomes more positive and healthy and you'll impress into your own mind whatever you express towards someone else. Whatever is expressed is impressed. And if you're looking to improve your relationships, check out my personal development plan template. It's free, and it'll help you to master the secrets for improving relationships that'll open doors and opportunities that you didn't know existed. Now, I'd love to hear from you, so my question today is this. When was the last time you used the law of indirect effort, and what was the outcome? What did you do to make other people feel valuable about themselves, and what happened as a result? Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now. If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in teaching you about my #1 secret for improving relationships, work, life, and everything in between, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching. Hello, I'm Tracy, and today I want to talk to you about the single best word to help you to achieve ultimate success. One of the most important factors in your success is your reputation. You want to get a reputation for starting and completing important tasks quickly. Highly successful people all have one thing in common. They develop, through hard work and focus, a series of successful habits that allow them to set and achieve almost any goal they desire. Developing these successful habits can take weeks and months and even years to perfect. But there's one habit that you can start implementing right now, today, that will help propel you forward to your ultimate success goal. So, what is this secret habit for developing great success? Over years of research and dozens of books that I have written on personal success and read on the same subject, I have found the best strategy for keeping your career and business and ambitions on the fast track is for you to master the art of saying the word no. Today I'm going to show you how to use the 5 principles to master the why, when, and how of saying no to reach your goals in any area of your personal or professional life. First, utilize the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule shows that 80% of your success comes from the top 20% of your efforts. This means that if your daily to-do list has 10 items on it, your top 2 items are going to have a massive impact on your success, and the rest is just noise. Real success comes when you identify which 20% of your tasks you should focus on that will give you 80% of the results. Start by prioritizing your list and starting your day with those things that are of the highest importance. Then you can work down your list with confidence, knowing that you've accomplished the most important things first and haven't sacrificed essential tasks for less important ones. One of my favorite time management techniques is to make a list of everything you have to do and then ask yourself this question. If I was to be called out of town for a month and I could only finish one task on this list, which one task would I be most determined to finish before I left? That's the key task that you must start and complete before anything else. Prioritize the things that will make you most successful and say no to those things that won't help you get to where you want to be. The American philosopher Henry David Thoreau says, "It is not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about?" So be a doer, but not an ant. Apply this principle to your business goals, family life, and personal goals, any part of your life, and watch your success take off. Second, say no to low-level tasks. Use the ABCDE method to help identify which tasks are most important and which tasks aren't worth your time. This powerful technique can be applied to any list of items that you need to accomplish. Begin by making your to-do list for the day. Remember, all successful people are list makers. They make a list before they start. Ideally, they make a list the night before. Then apply the following formula to each task. A items are the most important, and they have serious consequences if you don't complete them. The word consequences is the key word to your success in life. Everything you do has a consequence of some kind. And thinking about the likely consequences, positive or negative, before you begin is very, very important. Completing these tasks, the ones that have great consequences, will increase the value that you bring to everything you do and help you earn more and be gifted with new responsibilities at work. B items, A, B, C, D, E, B items are those you should do, but the consequences are not as great as A items. If possible, only start on your B tasks once all your A tasks are complete. The rule is never work on a B task if you have any A tasks left undone. Once you have all your A tasks completed, then start on your B tasks and start on your most important B tasks. C items are things that are nice to do, but they don't have any consequences at all. Nothing will matter if you do them or you don't do them. D tasks are those you should delegate to someone else. And E tasks are tasks that you should eliminate altogether. This is where the power of no really comes in. Saying no to things that you don't need to be doing, things that won't get you to your goals, will move you closer to success much more quickly. Use the ABCDE method to help you identify what you should delegate, what you should stop doing, and what you should really be focusing on for ultimate success. I've had many people come up to me in my seminars and tell me that this simple ABCDE method made them rich. One person told me not long ago it made him a millionaire. The simple system of focusing only on the most important tasks and starting only with those tasks and saying no to everything else, at least for the short term. The third tip for ultimate success is for you to say no to distractions. It will eliminate what they call the attraction of distraction. Distractions are an inevitable part of your day, whether it's a phone ringing, emails coming in nonstop, social media updates, or interruptions from friends and coworkers. Most people spend 50% of each working day dealing with distractions. Dealing with distractions can kill you and kill your success. It takes discipline to weed out emergencies, most of them are not, and not let distractions deter you from the task at hand. A very wise man once said that the key to success is leave things off. Leave things off. And if they're on, turn things off. Discipline lets you resist the lure of excuses. Self-discipline enables you to vote yourself off the island. Self-discipline enables you, like in the television program, to vote yourself off the island. It's the key to a great life, and without it, no lasting success is possible because you'll keep going back to things that are of low or no value. When it comes to self-discipline, the best line of defense is often a good offense. Be proactive about minimizing distractions and learn how to handle them when they do come up. Turn off your notifications and schedule a specific time to read emails and texts. What I find is if you recheck your emails 3 times a day, morning, midday, and the end of the day, and then turn it off and leave it off, you'll accomplish 2 and 3 and 5 times as much than if you constantly respond and react to your computer and your email. When working from home, Post your schedule and let your family know when and when not to interrupt you. Close the door. Time is your most precious resource, and it's the one that people give away for free far too often. A survey of college students found that 64% of those who were conditioned to say, I don't eat ice cream, were able to say no to a distraction that led them away from their goal. In comparison, only 39% of the students who said, I can't eat ice cream, were able to resist temptation. Fourth, say no to work that is below your pay grade. Ask yourself, how much do you earn per hour? Take the number 2,000 and divide it by your annual income. That is the hourly rate that you earn. Then ask yourself, when you think of doing anything, does this pay you your desired hourly rate? Making coffee, checking the newspaper, chatting with your friends. Ask yourself, would you pay someone else your hourly income rate to do what you're doing with this other person? If the answer is no, just say no and stop doing it. Saying no means passing on tasks that are not on your A list and delegating them to others. If you can outsource or delegate a task that people charge $20 an hour to do, so you can focus on a task that makes you hundreds of dollars per hour, then you absolutely need to delegate that task. Start making a list. Which tasks should you delegate that impact your business or career? Start with those that fall into these categories. Tasks that take up a lot of your time but don't move your business or your income or your career forward. Routine and administrative tasks that don't require your skill set. Repetitive tasks that someone else can learn to do. Tasks you're not very good at, which take too long and give you too little return. Tasks that help others develop their talents and interests once taught properly. Delegate or delete as many unimportant tasks as possible, and focus as much of your time as possible only on the tasks that generate the biggest return on your investment of time and labor. Finally, to be successful, say yes to A-level tasks. Say yes to those A-level tasks and develop a reputation for being someone who can dependably tackle important tasks. This, above all, is the key to your ultimate success. Perhaps one of the most important factors in your success is your reputation. And what you want to do is you want to get a reputation for starting and completing important tasks quickly. That basically summarizes the success formula for your career. Start and complete important tasks quickly and well. Purposely focus on those things that will give you the most results, and say no to the rest whenever possible. And don't forget to dream big and set lofty, powerful goals. Great success and achievement always starts with big dreams. And once you allow yourself to dream big, your confidence grows, and you can start mapping out the course that will bring your dreams to reality. So to help you get started and stay on track, please download my free personal development plan template. It's on my website and it's completely free. It'll help you develop your goals, identify those A-level tasks, and use that single best word, no, to get you where you want to be. Yesterday, I was going through my material on the internet and I found an interview with Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett has been one of the richest men in the world for many years. He started off in a small town in Nebraska, and he started working and investing for himself and then for others. And today he is worth almost $100 billion. Warren Buffett reads 5 hours a day, but he doesn't spend a single minute doing anything that does not contribute the ultimate amount of value to him. So what you do, so if you want to be financially independent, just say no. Just say no to everything and anything that are not those few tasks at any moment that bring you closer to your most important goals. Now, I'd love to hear from you, so my question today is this. How can saying no help you in your career and business? Remember, the bigger reason you have for it, the more likely it is that you will use it. Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now. If you enjoyed this video and feel that it was valuable in teaching you about success, share it with your friends or anyone else who might benefit from this information. For more resources on success, visit my website at briantracy.com. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now.
Hello, I'm Brian Tracy, and today I want to give you some tips on how to perform well on your next job interview. Acing an interview is both an art and a science. In order to give effective answers to questions, you need to anticipate the information that interviewers want and figure out how to state it in a detailed, coherent way. But you also have to master the informal, interpersonal aspects of the interview. Interacting with your potential employer in a way that makes you seem trustworthy, interesting, and likable. Only through careful preparation can you master both the formal skills and the informal ones, creating a positive, lasting impression. The next time you land an interview for a promising job, make sure you do these things. During the job interview, you need to anticipate likely questions. Preparing for an interview begins with thinking of the questions that the employer is likely to ask, as well as what responses will answer them most effectively. While every interviewer is different, most involve questions like these. What can you tell me about yourself? When employers lead with this question, they don't want you to tell them about your hobbies. Instead, they want to know about qualities you have that can't be easily listed on a CV, but that nonetheless make you a valuable worker. If you have a thirst for knowledge, a love for interpersonal interaction, or a knack for perceiving business opportunities in pop culture trends, this is the time to say it. What are your strengths? Employers who ask this question aren't looking for a list of skills and talents. They can get that from your CV. Instead, they want concrete examples of things you've done that display your strengths and abilities. What are your weaknesses? The standard tactic for answering this question is to list weaknesses that will actually come across as strengths. But employers are expecting this, so you have to be a little bit more subtle, a little bit more creative. Consider telling the interviewer about real weaknesses and challenges that you have had, but emphasizing the ways that you overcame those obstacles and improved as a professional. This way, you can give a positive impression of yourself without seeming like you never think about your flaws. Preparing for likely questions is all about building confidence. The better an idea you have of what interviewers will ask and how you will respond, the quicker and more coherent your answers will be. Next, make sure that you research the company. Interviewers don't want to know the value of your skills in a generic office environment. They're interested in finding someone who can address their needs specifically. You are thus more likely to land the job if you research the company in depth before the interview. Here are some of the most important details for you to brush up on. First, look at the team members. To the degree possible, given the information that's publicly available, find out who you'll be working with. Focus on members of the department you are likely to work in, as well as managers and specialists from other departments that you'll have to interact with. The more you know about potential coworkers, the easier it is to show employers that you are a team player and that you can fit in. Next, look at company history. Learn about when the company was founded, how it rose to success, and who has played a major role in it over the years. Not only will this help you figure out how you can contribute, but it gives you a sense of why this business is important. You can thus show your interviewer that you are committed to whatever you will be doing. When I talk to my prospective clients for speaking engagements, which is a job application, a job interview, what I do is I look up everything I can find on the internet, and I find out what their stock price is and what their stock prices have done and what they sell and how their sales are going and who their competition are. And then I lead with questions. I say, I see your stock went up this last week. Why was that? What exactly happened? What do you expect for the future? Interviewers love to talk about their company, and if you lead off with informed information about the company, they will love to talk to you. Figure out what challenges the company is facing or is likely to face in the future that will prevent its growth. Then, determine the ways in which you can resolve these issues. You can help solve those problems. They say in selling that every product is a solution to a problem. We even say the words problem to be solved, PTBS. So one of the things you're looking for is a company that has a problem or problems that you can solve with your talents and abilities. That's a guaranteed job. So armed with this information, you can present yourself as a solution to the firm's most pressing problems, showing the interviewer that there's clear value in hiring you. Knowledge is power, and the more you know about a company, the greater an impression you will leave during the interview. You'll start to cause the interviewer to think, we need this person working with us to help us to achieve our goals. Once you have assembled this information, you'll be ready to practice in person. Finally, find a friend, preferably someone with business experience, who will be willing to conduct a mock interview with you. Ask them to pay close attention to your facial expressions, your style of speech, and other factors that impact how you will come across to the real interviewer. This will help you to improve the qualitative factors that affect your likelihood of getting a job, but cannot be mastered through simple research and memorization. Holding a practice interview also makes it easier for you to identify and fill gaps in your knowledge. If you have trouble answering one of your friend's questions or cannot elaborate on one of your own answers, you know what to brush up on before the real interview. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a thought to share with your friends and followers. Action orientation is the mark of the superior executive, also the superior person. Now, I'd love to hear from you, so my question today is this: how do you prepare for job interviews? Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now. If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in teaching you about how to nail job interviews, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching.